Hello, gentlemen. Welcome upon our boat that we built in last episode. We are here with Captain Wooly and his first mate Cluckers. We are sailing on their mighty vessel, which I asked last episode for you guys to give me a name for this beautiful boat that we have built. We had a wonderful handful of suggestions on what we will name this fantastic little boat. This is a shipwreck that we resurrected from the depths of the ocean, and we have made it in here in our port town of Elveseden. Now, yes, I asked you guys down in the comments below to give me a plethora of name suggestions down below of what we could name our lovely boat, and we had a fantastic turnout of comment suggestions. But one stood out true. I am going to be implementing all of these names in the comments below into other boats. We are going to make a variety more of this vessel, this boat, because it is captained by Captain Wooly and his first mate Cluckers, the HMS Livestock. There we go, so the name is there at the front of the vessel. It looks quite nice. I think it kind of sleek. We know the name, but it's a little nod to it on the side there. Let's get straight into today's build, because it's a windy day, which means we need to build a windy mill. Over here is going to be where the windmill is going to be built. Now, this windmill is going to be pretty awesome, pretty big. It's going to be right on the edge of this little cliff here, and it's going to be super tall. It's going to be right here. It's going to go all the way up, and it's going to look super epic. Without further ado, let's build it. Right, here we are, getting the base of the windmill looking lovely. We're building a little foundation to it. This is actually a build that I have used several times in the past before. If anyone has watched my old Minecraft survival series, you'll probably recognise this build, because this is a really nice windmill build. I think it's one of the nice ones, but I've subtly changed it in certain areas. I've adapted the roof and the block palette in some areas, and I think it looks really nice. And I've added this foundation, which I think adds so much to the area and keeps it within theme. I think it just adds a nice bit, especially in this farmyard area where we've used a lot of, you know, stone masonry, and it entices it into this location. It makes it feel like it is purpose and fit for this lovely little farm that we've been building. But I'm so happy with this build. It's a really fun one. It was a good suggestion. I've been meaning to do this for a very long time, and I'm so happy to finally gotten around to it and given it a fun purpose. So the purpose of this will actually be to produce sugarcane. I know, that's awesome. I love it. So, and in the basement, basically, there will be a sugarcane farm that will basically just keep breaking it and dispensing it. So instead of us having to manually harvest it along the riverside, you know, we can come over here and it will have already been doing it. So if I need to make some books, I can just go down, grab a bunch of sugarcane, make some paper, and it's a happy days. But this build is almost finished. I've been yapping for nearly a minute now. You're probably bored of my voice. So let's get back into looking at the full look of this build and making sure it's nicely finished. Okay, so the windmill is finished. It is ready to be showed. It's not completely finished, actually. We haven't added the actual turning windmill bit, but we've got the tower ready. Okay, look at this, look at it. It's so cool. I really love this build. So you can see we've got this cobbled base at the bottom, which I think adds a nice little touch to it. Keeps it, give that foundation look to it, so it's really sturdy. But I'm really liking it. Look, so it all goes around, and it's close to the cliff, I think, which looks nice. And as you can see, we haven't added in a windmill yet. That's up there is going to be where the windmill turning bit's going to go. Just so, like, down the valley, the wind blows it across, makes it spin. I think that'll look really nice and really cool. But picking this location was actually a really tough one to do. Well, I'm so happy with this. So let's get the windmill added in now. Okay, here we are. We have finished our mighty windmill. Let's take a quick look at it. Oh, look at this. This looks so cool. I love it. I really do love it. We can take a quick look from a further away shot here. This is, oh, look at that. This is it from a front angle. I think it looks so cool. Look at it. Oh, it looks awesome. If we run indoors, we can take a quick look at everything inside. You see we've got a little sugarcane on it, because this is, of course, the sugarcane farming windmill. And then we come in and, oh, it's got a cozy little interior. I went very simple with it. It's got a nice little big window here. It's got the utensils that it needs, a barrel, crafting table, and a furnace. Got some nice leaves up here with a chest. Oh, and I love these paintings. These look nice with a little desk. And we've got a nice little accent of like pinky purple with this. I just thought it looked nice. It worked. I've got the cherry there. I've got the... Oh, it's just so cute. It's very cute in here. What we'll do is we'll come upstairs. Once again, the accent of purple continues with a nice little bed here. We've got a little lantern up here, and we've got a little... It is the eye blossom. Closed eye blossom at the moment, but it does open during the night, which is quite cool. And over here, it's just bookshelves. So I thought that looked quite nice on both sides, just giving a little bit of detail. The main start of the show is down here. This is the sugar cane farm. You can hear it ticking away. It's a little bit annoying, but the longer you spend in here, the more you drone out. And you can see we have got these sugar canes right here. 4 sets of 5. That is in total 20 planters or blocks. And then obviously that grows up and it all works. It works, I promise. Look, we've got the sugar cane here to prove it. But this system works really nicely. I will show very briefly the redstone behind it. And obviously if you want to see a more in-depth video or just look into the sugarcane system, I can always do that. Just leave it in the comments below if that's something you'd like to see me do, a little tutorial on how to make all of this. There's observers at the top with pistons, and then they're all hooked up, and then underneath here is a mine cart. Okay, here we are. So this is the redstone mechanism. It's all kind of compact. It's a little bulky, but I don't mind it too much. You see, so this is the observers. They're obviously linked up with the redstone, which powers the blocks here, which here is the piston, obviously. So that is the piston. So once a sugarcane reaches this height, activates, redstone goes, pew, shoots it out, and then boom. Now, underneath the grass blocks is a minecart hopper. This thing is driving around constantly, collecting all the sugarcane that drops. So like it never stops. So once it collects the sugarcane, it will automatically get it within the next second or two. And then that is then transported over here, where we can see we've got some hopper rails which go into a middle hopper, which goes to a constantly ticking dispenser, which puts it into the chest in the middle that you saw a second ago. So it's a really kind of simple system. I understand it. But you know, redstone can be kind of confusing sometimes, but it does work, and it does work a very nice treat. Now, with that said and done, there are a few extra bits that we want to do in this episode before we wrap up. Firstly, I want to get rid of all this sugarcane over here. We do not need to grow it on the side of the river anymore, because we are in fact got our little sugarcane windmill. We're going to tear that down. Let's quickly do it right now. And then that brings us on to the last thing that I want to do for this episode, and that is to work here. This square here, this is a very open area. I do not like Nether Portal being there. It is so open and just kind of there, like it doesn't need to be there. I don't think it looks great, so we're going to make a new home for it. We of course are moving this thing so many times, but this will be a kind of permanent fixture. We're going to move it over here with the portal, with the lodestone that we made many episodes ago, and then in replace we are going to make a little small tree encampment, which I think will be quite nice and fun. And lastly, we are going to be building a lovely little orchard here with a beautiful little campsite centered right in the middle, so we can just sit down, relax, and tell some spooky ghost stories in the middle of a weird wobbly woods. You know, I need a name for this woods, so give me a suggestion what we can name this little orchard in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on a little name for this small contained forest, because I think it looks really nice, and I think it will be fun to have a cute and nice name to it. Okay, welcome on in to our little campsite. This is such a lovely little place. It's just a mini orchard. It's very small, it's very messy, but I really like it. I really like it. It's really relaxing here. We got a little ocean with the... Not ocean, sorry, this is a river. We've got a little river here with the waterfall coming down, and it just... Oh, it looks so nice. You know, you can come over here. We can do a bit of fishing into the river. Oh, and we've got the roaring fire. Just sit around, tell some campfire stories with some friends. Just relax. It's just a relaxation area. I think it just adds something. There's nothing much in here, but it's just to have some stories, just details, you know, from afar. Don't need to come here. I really like it. I like it a lot. We've got some leaf litter on the ground, obviously, with some little bushes and stuff. We've got some fireflies over here. I love the fireflies. Especially at night, this place becomes, you know, really bustling. And I think that adds to it, you know. Little composter here, that's quite nice. And it's all not far from the windmill that we did earlier in the video. We've obviously taken a look at that in this episode as is. But, no, I like it. And we've added some, like, pebbles into this path, I think, giving it a bit more of a rocky rural. Just like... This is kind of how I want the paths to be when it's like more out of the way in nature, you know. Stone slab, pressure plates, buttons. I've mixed them all around. It looks really nice. Nice little wander in. We've got the campfire. And of course, from afar, this place looks really nice. It's quite enclosed, but you've got little holes area which you can just see, you know, the fire. You can see the smoke coming up slightly. A little bit. Depends on the angle that you're at. Over here as well, we have moved our nether portal. Look at this. Oh, I really like it. I love it a lot. It looks really nice. It's subtle. It's just tucked away. It's not like too prominent, and I think it fits with this lodestone really nicely. And I really like the glow box in the background. I think it adds to the buttons, and it integrates that purple into this central part. I really like it. It looks really cool. I'm a happy bunny with this build here as well. We've done quite a lot today. I'm actually very pleased with our builds. Obviously, at the beginning, we built this beautiful windmill over here. I'll say this is a really nice build. I'm very happy with it, and I think it adds such a functional thing. This is one of the things I really want going. Is builds have function, a purpose. You know, we'll build multiple builds. We can build a bamboo plate, right? And that will just be a build for bamboo collection. And it just everything is different. It doesn't need to be all in one big area. And oh wow, this thing has been working overtime. My goodness. So this was a fantastic suggestion, and I'd like to say a massive thank you to Joe in the comments for this lovely build. I think it adds a lot, and I think it's a nice little location. You know, sat next to the beehives. Very nice. And then, of course, we run from the windmill over here, and we have our little orchard that I think was just a fun little build. It's just something small, just something to add to this area. I didn't think a build would fit nicely in here. And obviously, we can make our way up here, which will give us a nice little overview, which I think this could do with some stuff up here. Maybe there, maybe here. We could just add something. This looks really nice. You can just look over the river, and obviously it takes us up to our laboratory. Wow, this is busy with the wandering villagers, man. What are you guys all doing? Hello, wandering villagers. You can be here in our outro. So I hope you did all enjoy today's video, and if you did, please smash a like down below. Let me know what you thought. And if you've got any build suggestions or ideas in comment below that we could add into this world, that would be epic. Of course, if you did enjoy the video and you want to see more from this world, consider hitting the subscribe button and checking out some of the other videos in the end card or on the channel. There is tons of episodes on this beautiful world that we have been building up, and I'm so pleased. We've added many of your comments and suggestions, and this world is just something epic, if I'm being completely honest. And with that, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!